Morning traders, it's Matt here from the Forex Coach, and we're back again on the Aussie dollar. I feel like I'm just battling with this pair at the moment, but fortunately it's when I'm looking at the charts, it's the one that's offering me the most potential and the best setup, so I can't ignore it. Yesterday ended up pretty flat on it because we had the two trades, and I left the remainder of the I left the trade sort of open when I closed the video off yesterday, and I'll just go back and have a look at and show you what happened if you did watch yesterday's video. So the trade, I've just got to try and get my bearings where we're at now. This was a stop out on the second half, I believe. Okay, so I found where we're at. So we took the second trade. So the first trade ended up being a very small profit. We got out up here after obviously having that drawdown. We then took a re-entry around this zone in two parts. We took half of the trade off up here, pretty much near the high, and then left the second half for a further target. However, price started to come off. At about 10 o'clock last night, it came down and done almost an exact double bottom just above our stop, and it was very close to the stop going through it, but didn't, so the trade was still on. And then it's kind of had another bounce, but then overnight, early hours of this morning, it came down again. And if we look at the hourly candle, hourly chart, I'll show you the candle that it put in. But it came down for this this additional attempt, and you often find this when the trend's been in a strong momentum down. If we look at the daily charts, so we had this big move up, then we've had this strong momentum, this trade down. But we have come into some support here. You can see on this 21 period moving average, and when we hit that yesterday, as well as some of the other things I was seeing, that's where I was then seeing the potential for this to now push up. Before then, you know, maybe doing some ping-ponging along here before it then turns to potentially have another run up, or part of this, you know, backing and filling into this zone up here. So that was the plan with the trade, and the reason why I've been shorting Aussie dollar pretty much, and all the dollar pairs, euro dollar. I was in the last couple of weeks, I was just taking shorts, but I'm now in the position where I'm taking shorts, but reluctantly, but ideally taking longs now, even though I don't think the downward move is completely finished and we're going to get some ping pong in along. It's kind of getting to that point now where we're getting almost oversold and stuff, so that's where the reason for the long trades has started to come back in. So on the 1 hour chart, the candle that stopped us out on that second part of that entry, if I scroll back over now, the candle that took us out was this one here. But the price action here, as I say, it looks like there's potential for this to come up. Potentially this moving average, which is my 50 period here, will provide some resistance. But I'd like to almost get up to this 100 period moving average on the 1 hour chart. So that's the plan anyway. We're in with an initial entry. I would have liked to have got a second entry in, but what I was looking for was this to sort of come down a bit further to this zone, and that's where I would have put the second entry in. But not a problem if it's not. I've still got a one lot trade on here, but I will probably have to take something off if we get up to this 50 period moving average, and I'll either close half off, or if I'm out, then I'll have to do what I done last week and put a sell order in up here for half a lot to effectively net bank half profits. Okay, we can just see the Aussie dollar's now starting to break up a bit here. Looking at the price action, if we can get up to this 1 hour 50 period moving average, then I will take half of the trade off. So I'll just put in some support resistance line in here, just so when I look at the smaller time frame, I've got a guideline of where that is. And looking at the current price action, it could get up there pretty quickly. Okay, just back, and I actually took half off before the support line or the resistance line that I put on there. It's still got the potential of getting up there, but I just saw some potential for this price action to pull down. So I took half off on this candle here, and it has just come off a little bit now, so we will see what happens. I've also trailed the stop loss up now with this trade, so reduce the risk on it. Okay, just back, and we've had a good push here up here on the Aussie dollar, so we're now looking for this target up here, so we're going to leave it and let it run and see if we can get up there. Okay, so I've actually taken a quarter off this. You can see now I've just got 0.25 left, and I've also moved the stop loss to the entry point here on the Aussie dollar. Okay, we're nearly up to target, but we have got overbought here, so I'm just going to close this trade out now, to be honest. Okay, just back, and it was a good exit at the top of this candle, because you can see here this is really coming off now. Potentially it's going to set up for another long trade back up, so I'll keep my eye out for that, but I need to head out and get on with a few things. So what I'm going to do is wrap the video up here, and it was a good trade there on the Aussie dollar today, and I hope